Today's the big day. Finally gonna do it. This right here, all the way in the back of my closet, is my Xbox One. And I haven't been playing this for a week. And I've gotta tell you, it was probably one of the best weeks of my life. So we're gonna keep up that pace. I'm gonna plan to sell this thing. And the first thing I need to do before I sell it is delete all of my credit card information on there. I gotta get rid of this console. Alright, but before I do, I gotta show you something. This number right here is all I have left to show for it. It's the number of achievements, hours, time, and money that I've spent on this console. And that's a crazy huge number for all you other gamers out there. And to everyone who's not a gamer, you probably don't even care what this number means. So I gotta tell you, the system has got to go. Here we go, boys. System, console, restart. Oh yeah. Bye-bye. Alright, I hit the button and I gotta say that's taking a lot longer to reset than I thought. So, in the meantime, let's grab the box. There it is. Back into the box you go, my friend. I'm also not gonna need this thing or this thing. I was thinking about how much time and energy and effort I spend on video games. Also, you should totally watch me putting this back. You never know, the person I might sell this to might get mad at me for ripping them off, but I'll have footage, I put it back. But I was thinking about all of the wasted time, energy, and effort that I used playing video games, and I realized that really what it is, in the end, thumb wrestling. That's all it is. And lights and colors. It's like, why do we even go watch a movie for like lights and colors and sound? But in the end, it's emotion. Why do we do something? It's because we like the emotion it gives us. And I really like to play games because I used it as a social thing. When high school ended, my friends traveled and they went overseas and stuff. And that was one of the ways that I was able to connect with them, is to play video games. Close enough. Oh, that's my receipt. Let's keep this interesting. Whoa. New camera angle. How do I get my face into this? You know, oh, there we go. I understood that life goes on and people change because I do not have the same interests that I do with my friends that we had when we were in high school. They like different stuff and I like different stuff, and we've grown and we moved on, and that's okay. And that's a good thing. And I understand that wasting lots of time with this Xbox has been my way of not letting go of the past. Done? Now remember when we talked about change the other day? I gotta put this thing back in here. Whoa. That could have been bad. You know what successful people do? They embrace change. They're usually the ones to make the first move to make change happen. How the heck am I going to fit all of this back in together? So that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to go ahead and start to implement the change. I'm going to be the first one to make the first move. But let's talk about video games and marketing. Let's talk about all the hype that the games build up. Let's talk about how they use microtransactions and how nowadays every single freaking game is so repetitive. It's bad enough that these days games can cost up to $100. They make it even worse by adding microtransactions. Oh, if you want the game to be easier, you're gonna have to spend another $5. Or let me add something into the game that should have been there when it first came out, but not, so you can spend that extra money. And I gotta tell you, as a passionate gamer at heart, it's frustrating and it pisses me off so much that I'm done. The last game that I played was For Honor, a really, really fun sword fighting medieval combat game. But I gotta tell you, the servers were absolute trash. And of course there's microtransactions, and the leveling up system is so incredibly slow and grindful. You'd probably have to spend, I would say, half of a month of non-stop playing in your life to complete the game and get everything you want. But that's not how it works. They just keep adding stuff, adding stuff, adding stuff, and keep asking for money. And those achievements I showed you earlier, all those points, really what, is this gonna fit? Oh, yeah, there we go. What they do is they trigger pleasure senses in your brain, and you're like, ooh, I got an achievement, I wanna play more. Or, ooh, I leveled up, and I unlock this brand new piece of armor, or this new gun, and you're gonna wanna keep playing. Because there was a study done on a video game that came out, I don't remember what it's called or anything, but they asked people after they completed the game, what do you think about the game? And people said, it was too fast. It was an MMORPG that they were making, and the guys said, the people they were asking the questions, the game was too fast. You need to make it slower. You need to make the game more of a grind. That way, I can build a bond between me and my character. What? So you're asking to waste time, right? I want to play a good game just for the story, and I don't want to grind with like meaningless combat. How am I gonna... Hey, we got it all inside. It's time to close this bad boy up. So the way games are being built nowadays is they're making you grind even slower than you're supposed to considered to old games, because that's the way people want to play. People affiliate or associate a good game with the amount of hours they put into it. And I would disagree, and as soon as I realized that, I started to get really frustrated with the games that started to progress really slowly on purpose with lots of filler content. Gaming's not the same as it used to be, and that's fine. And I'm ready to move on. So I'm going to set all of this stuff up together, and I'm going to take one last photo, and I'm going to put this crap on Craigslist. And I'm ready to start a new chapter of my life. Bye-bye, games. But I'll definitely keep you guys updated on what happens with that when I sell it, and what's my life going to be like 30 days without playing video games, or 60 days. And I'll do another vlog, and I'll talk about that. Because for 1 week, it's changed my life. Super productive, super happy, spend more time with family. I'm not rushing to get anywhere. And I've honestly just been enjoying life. So we'll see how that goes. Until then, this has been Tony Sticks, and may you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye. Hey. No, I'm not just